part 3. Why do I need to get in the video? Okay. So this is going to be about my pregnancy. What made my pregnancy with the twins different than my pregnancy with the first 2 kids?
There were 2 of them in there.
In the beginning...
Sorry, I had to.
In the beginning, it didn't really...
You're so pathetic.
I could not tolerate any kind of coffee. I didn't drink like a ton of coffee with Bella and Ryan, but I had like a cup. I could not have any coffee with the twins. Which made it very difficult to stay awake. Yeah. What made my pregnancy different? My morning sickness lasted longer, and I felt pregnant sooner, I guess. But I really
stuck in the hospital.
Well, I was stuck in the hospital with Ryan too, but not as long. But
well, yeah, but not like hospital.
They're talking about I think they're talking about like, did I feel different with twins? I felt movement sooner, but since I was only feeling movement from really Ava, it wasn't. I got a lot bigger, I guess. I didn't really honestly feel a whole lot different, and I gained a lot more weight than I did with.
Got wider.
And my hips got wider and stayed wider. You're so weird. Yeah, and I got thunder thighs. Yeah. I honestly, for me, I still have thunder thighs. I didn't really feel much different with the twins. Morning sickness lasted longer, but my morning sickness with Bella was actually overall worse. Like with Bella, I couldn't even keep water down. So it wasn't a whole lot different for me. Okay, was my symptoms worse than the actually, I just answered that. They were increased, but I wouldn't say my acid reflux was worse. But I didn't have acid reflux with Bella until later, and then I had acid reflux with Ryan a lot. Like I ate Tums like candy, and I had a lot of acid reflux with the babies. I would not say my morning sickness was any worse than with Bella, though. I honestly, like, it lasts longer, but it wasn't that bad. I scared some soldiers on the side of the road when I pulled off and started puking. Was freaked out. Best and worst part of pregnancy. My worst part was the bed rest. My worst part was the bed rest and the contractions.
And the throwing uppy thing.
My best part was getting my babies. And feeling them move. I loved feeling them move. And ultrasounds. I loved ultrasounds, which I had like twice a week. So, get to see lots of my babies.
And she's cute with the little baby bump. And then, most women are cute when they have that little baby bump, but once it becomes a beach ball, it's actually kind of scary.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
The beach ball look is scary.
I was scary because I was
soccer, like
I was scary when I just had a little bump, and then I was scary when I had a huge bump. But that's not saying that everyone is scary when they're pregnant, because most of the time it's beautiful. It was just scary because my stomach got humongous, like humongous. I think at 28 weeks, I was measuring 40 weeks, so I was big. And when I went in, when I was 31 weeks, my doctor measured me, and I measured 50 weeks. So, if you could be 50 weeks pregnant, so it was big. And I didn't really start sprouting until I got in the hospital. And then I started really growing. Okay, what would I say to the women? What would I say to the women afraid of the horror stories? Don't listen to them because everyone's different, and don't look at my pregnancy story because most people do not have to go through what I had to go through. A lot of pregnancies go beautiful, and it's a wonderful experience. Most of my pregnancy with Bella was amazing, awesome. You know, beautiful. Even my birth with her was beautiful, and if only I could have had my birth with my other kids like that. But that's a whole different video. Yeah, about how I want to sue the doctor that delivered the twins. And I'm pretty sure Dan does too. Hey.
That was the last question.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. Section done.
I don't know. Just don't listen to everyone and realize that everyone's different. And just because what happens to them does not mean it's going to happen to you. Your pregnancy is going to be completely different than anyone else's pregnancy. Just like every single baby is different. Even twins are completely different. No one's the same. Okay. Next category is the future.
Well, we already kind of answered that one. Are we having more kids?
Yeah.
No.
No, we're not having any.
No. No. We're good.
Dan wanted 2.
I wanted 2. She wanted 4. We compromised at 3. Surprise! She wins.
Yep.
That's how life goes, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. But no.
But you love
The only more kids we're gonna have are the furry type. We're gonna have lots of those later in life.
Okay. Are you planning?
These 2 are pathetic on the floor.
Yeah, they always have to be near you and Ryan.
Animals love me. I can't help it.
My animals used to love me. Cosmo loves Ryan. That's the only one Cosmo loves, is Ryan. And the babies.
No, he loves me because when he's standing up on a perch somewhere and I walk by, he loves going like this.
That's not love, dear.
It's not? I thought that was his style of love.
No. Love is when he doesn't hurt them. Like all of
Seriously,
the scratches on my feet.
This cat, we have this little opening between the kitchen and the living room. And the cat loves sitting there. And I swear, anytime I walk by, he'll just be sitting there like, hi, I'm here. Don't mind me. And then as soon as I walk by, it's BAM! He smacks me in the shoulder with his paw. Half the time claws in, half the time claws out.
Yeah.
So I never know. And it always takes me by surprise.
We need to cap their claws.
We need to get rid of their claws.
We need to cap their claws.
Okay. Are you planning on doing a day in the life
considering,
video?
do you realize what they do when they take claws out?
It's fine.
Okay, why don't I chop off the top?
Okay, you know what? This isn't the place for this discussion.
Okay.
Next question.
I'm in like crazy. Okay.
Planning on doing a day in the life video? No.
I've tried doing day in the life videos a lot. A lot. And I have a lot of footage of trying to do day in the life videos that
It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I forget to pick up the camera. I forget to record it. I go crazy. And I really don't have the time to edit stuff like that. And that takes a lot of editing. At this time, it's not a priority. I just don't have the time. Maybe someday. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe when the babies are a little older and don't need my attention and my life is not so hectic. What do you plan? I'm guessing this says to do in the future wise, or are you gonna stay at home, mom? Right now I'm gonna
Stay at home mommy.
I'm gonna be a stay at home mommy, and future wise, I'm definitely gonna be a stay at home mom until at least until the twins go to
First grade.
like first grade, second grade, something like that. And then
We're gonna see.
we're gonna see. But probably if I went back to work, it would be something like I go back to school and get another degree and then go back to work. Because both of my degrees are kind of
Pointless.
at this point because they were medical, and medical you have to renew that so often, and since I've been out of the field for so long, everything changes in the medical field so fast that unless you're in it, you can't leave it for 5 years and come back. Well, by then it'll be more like 10 years. You can't leave the medical field for that long and then expect to just come back. I would have.
Also, it's not what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, I liked being an EMT.
Yeah, the EMT part
And
was cool, but
I was
the
going,
medical assisting,
and I was in
you're
the
kind
process,
of forced to have to do.
and I was in the process of going to
Paramedic.
and firefighting, search and rescue. But that's not a safe job anymore. Now that I have 4 kids, I would not even consider doing that dangerous of a job because I am very tiny, and the reason why I was going to be in it was because I was going to be that person that crawls into the little cubby space and risks debris falling on them or getting caved in. So not a very safe job. So I'd probably go back to school if I did.
I kind of answered the next question too.
Well, yeah. Did you go to school or plan on going in the future? I did go to school. I went to college. I, got my degrees or whatever. And I'll probably go back to school no matter what, even if I just have a degree to fall back on. But it'd probably be for anthropology and history. And I get my bachelor's in anthropology and history. And then if I wanted to actually work, I would probably go on to get my master's in anthropology, because you're not going to do much with a bachelor's in anthropology. You usually need at least a master's, if not a doctorate. So that's what my plan would be, but I'm not worried about it right now. Do you plan on having a tubal portion? No, I don't want to. I am done being pregnant. I don't think I could carry another baby, and I don't think I could handle having another miscarriage. So if we ever did want to have another child, which we're very, very certain that we do not, and we're good, I would adopt. But, and if we ever did that, it would be long in the future. It would not be anywhere.
It's going to be fun enough putting 4 kids through college. I don't need to have any more.
Okay, so the next category is cloth diapers. And there's only 3 questions, so hopefully I can make this in a reasonable time. So, okay, if you could use any brand, use one brand of cloth diapers, probably Fuzzy Buns. It didn't say style, but anyone who's considering cloth diapering, I would always recommend getting at least 2 different kinds of cloth diapers. And the reason is because cloth diapers lay in the exact same place, and you will get an indentation mark, which, would not be too pleasant to have on the baby all the time. They need to have it lay in different places, otherwise you're going to get like a very hard, harsh looking mark. So I would never stick with just one kind, but my favorite would be Fuzzy Buns. I really like the perfect fits, but I like the Elites a lot too. What kind of cloth diapers do you prefer to use? I use Fuzzy Buns the most. I use Fuzzy Buns the most. That's what's the Fuzzy Bun Elites are the most that I have. I have the old style, but they've broken down so fast that I don't really like them. What led you to cloth diaper? Ryan was allergic to the dye in disposables. And my kids have very sensitive skin. And I don't really like the idea of putting that many that many disposable diapers into the landfill. But that's just my personal opinion. I have nothing against people that use disposables. I personally like using my cloth diapers. Do you have anything to add to that? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, if it was up to me, I would have reusable everything. So, what's that look for?
Nothing. I'm fine with reusable stuff.
I'm
Babe.
like a hippie. I want to live
Remember,
I want to live in.
I was going to become
mud
a
house.
construction manager, and
Can
I
I
was
live in a-
going.
Okay.
You're not going to live in a mud house. No. I was going to be a construction manager, and I was going to be a LEED certified.
Yeah.
So.
Essentially, if you don't know what that means, it means green building.
Mm-hmm. I was going to be a green building contractor, essentially. But yeah.
So, bye.
Bye, YouTube.